The family now of Jacqueline Kyle now dispute the official story of her death. And while the original statement came from her father, the latest comes from attorneys. Here now is Art Del Cueto, VP of the Border Patrol Council, and immigration attorney Michael Wilds, the author of the new book, Safe Haven in America, Battles to Open the Golden Door. Art, now that lawyers have gotten involved on the part of the family, is there any hope that this doesn't become exploitative of this horrific tragedy?
You know, even during the time that the father said that the agents treated the little girl well, there were still a lot of members of the media that were already vilifying the agents. It's something that's it's ridiculous. If a United States citizen commits a crime with their child, if they're carrying their child at the time that they commit that crime, you get separated from that child. If that child later dies or is found that he may have had dehydration, then the U.S. citizen can be charged with child neglect or child abuse. That's the reality. But no one's pointing the finger at this father. They're all pointing the finger at the Border Patrol agents, and that's just disgusting.
Michael, you take issue with this. You believe that we should be a safe haven to anyone who crosses our border, whether legally or not legally. If they come and they say, I want to stay, you basically believe they should stay, correct?
Thank you, Laura, for having me. And I, too, believe, like the union representative to the agents, that the agents empathize with the loss of life. It's tragic, whether it's an American citizen felled by somebody unlawfully present or a child who's brought by a father here. These agents, mind you, as I understand it, and I'm a former federal prosecutor, are brought there and they have to sleep there for a week because it's in such a far remote area. My only issue is that there are no protocols in place to actually have the medical needs that are needed. And we need to disincentivize fathers and mothers to bring children into this dangerous terrain. And why aren't, let me, if I can, just in a moment on Safe Haven. When you leave Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico, you're safe. Excuse me, when you leave Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, you're safe now in Mexico. The dash for the American border is an economic dash, and it's facilitated by Mexico. Well, and the fact that children are now dying on the way is a collateral damage that is not acceptable.
Well, it's not acceptable, nor is it acceptable that we have hundreds of people, including children, gunned down in Chicago every year, or in Baltimore, or in any other American city. We got a lot of problems in this country that we have to deal with, that President Trump wants to deal with, and all of us want to deal with. This is horrible. But this, and what I have a problem is with lawyers come in, and believe me, I'm a lawyer, I was a defense attorney, I know how the whole game operates, but the lawyers come in, they think they're going to score a big victory, whether it's a political victory, Art Del Cueto, or it's a monetary victory. And they think they can get, treble damages or some type of settlement from the U.S. government to make this go away. I don't think it would happen. But the idea that they're going to get at the truth is this border is too porous because politicians won't do their job in Washington. Won't do it. They won't give the president the wall. They'll call it a fence. They won't call it a wall, and they won't really want to build it. And so these people come here, and it creates a horrific situation that the American taxpayers are left to clean up or pay for or subsidize. A lot of people in the United States aren't getting health care, Art.
Laura, there's definitely areas where we definitely need this wall. There's areas that are very porous, and there's strategic locations where we need it. There's a lot of other things we need, but the wall is a huge start, and we need to get it funded. I mean, that's the reality. And you see these people that are continue to cross illegally. If this individual was truly seeking asylum, why didn't he do it at a port of entry?
Yeah.
Why didn't he do it at the embassy?
Thank you so much. And up next, another suggested power grab from the left. Stay there.
Oh!